happy to tell you that most probably we will invite you very soon for another course. Another GIAN course is in pipeline. But for that, I mean, we have received very positive response, and hopefully I will be able to tell you in the valedictory ceremony when we are inviting you for that course. So to begin with, I would like to invite Dr. Mukesh Kumar Roy, who is our local GIAN coordinator, to tell you about this prestigious scheme of Government of India. Dr. Roy.
Thank you, madam. It is a pleasure that we are here. And prior to that, we would like to welcome our guest from the USA. And though we are happy to hear, sir, you are here with us. And let me tell you, basically my job, most of the part has already been done by the Priti madam. But let me tell you, this is definitely the 7th chapter of the GIAN course in our institute. But officially, if you will see, we do have total 9 courses that have been approved there. 2 we were not able to conduct it here because of certain causes there were there. But after that, it's our 7th chapter, and there are 3 in the pipeline. Basically, GIAN, this is an initiative by Government of India to make our education level a bit competitive to the outer world from India side. Basically, in the science, we are usually saying that in the physics, whatever we are knowing, it is known to all. But in the technology, this is not the case. In the technology, we do have the geographical and do hope that you all will learn a lot. This will run probably for 10 days, if I'm not wrong. And in these 10 days, you will have hands-on, you will have the learning part, and you must have to make the session interactive as much as you can do so. So this is kind request to all of you, all the participants, and enjoy the learning. And that's all from our end. And to our guest, probably your stay will be here smooth. That's only our consideration. And best wishes, best of luck. Thank you.
So, let me introduce. Jeffrey Hinton for their fundamental discoveries and inventions that enable machine learning with artificial neural networks, and they have used tools from physics to develop methods that are the foundations of today's powerful machine learning. And so Hopkins associative memory model utilizes principles from physics, particularly those describing atomic spin interactions, to methodically update and minimize the system's energy, which help the effectively retrieving stored information from incomplete or distorted. At the same time, Hinton introduced the virtual machine type of neural network, and particularly because like we are having a course on the generative AI, and recently last week I completed restricted Boltzmann machine. So he introduced restricted Boltzmann machine, a type of neural network that employs statistical physics concepts to learn and recognize data patterns. And so motivated with the need of the hour, this physics-aware deep learning course covers cutting-edge methods to incorporate physics into neural network design, training, and inference. Short introduction of the course, and I would like to tell you that today we have with us 26 participants, not only from Jabalpur, but from MP as well as from other part of India, from like we have participants from industry, and then we have on the request of one of the participants, we have allowed him to join online also from Poland. So with these words, I would like to invite Professor Tandon to introduce our faculty, Dr. Beg, to the participants.
Good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to this edition of GIAN course on physics-aware deep learning. Before introducing Professor Stephen Beg to you, let me very briefly tell you how I was introduced to him first. So it was, I don't know whether you remember or not, but 2015, there was a call for India, Korea, what they call a GST call for proposals. And so my team of students were just thinking, and we said, let's see, is there somebody who we can get in touch with? Recently, I have not touched with anybody in Korea. But suddenly, I recall that one of my PhD thesis examiner, Professor Kunbuli, is from Seoul National University, who happens to be supervisor of Professor Stephen Beg also. So I got in touch with Professor Lee, and we discussed. He also works in the area of CAD. My area is primarily also CAD. So we were talking to each other, and since he is a very busy professor, lot of grants, lot of funding, lot of work doing for government. So Professor Stephen Beg was that time he was a postdoctoral student in his lab. He was made a point of contact. Unfortunately, we couldn't won that grant actually, which is which I tell to my younger colleagues, but at least you have made one contact. And that's the good part of that thing, that after many years, when this GIAN proposal came, I just approached him, and he very kindly agreed to conduct this course. And he was also very kind enough to tell that it will be good if he comes to the Jabalpur and deliver the course. Although GIAN facilitates online delivery of the courses also, which contains the lab component also, and hands-on training is important. So that's why we kept the size of the participant limited also, because we wanted everybody should learn. I already told you the importance of. So with these words, I like to introduce Professor Stephen Beg, who is a foreign expert. He is a associate professor of data science as well as associate professor of mechanical and aerospace engineering at the University of Virginia in USA since 2021. Prior to that, he was at University of Iowa, and prior to that, he was at University of South Carolina as a visiting research associate. And obviously, as I said before that, he was at Seoul National University as a postdoctoral researcher. He did his PhD in 2013 from Seoul National University, just after his bachelor's in 2009 from the same university. He has been awarded multiple awards, the popular being that 2023 he won Shannon Center Mid-Care Fellow. He also won University of Iowa Supervisor of the Year Award in 2021. He does a lot of work for defense actually, a lot of from defense, and in 2020 he won Defense Innovation. I'm going to read out the list, but and he has very good publications also in the domain of physics-aware deep learning, including physics-aware recurrent convolution neural networks. So a lot of work is done, and he's, according to me, he is one of the right resource person who is here to teach us the basics of physics-aware deep learning. So with these words, I'd like to welcome Stephen Bay, and I'd like to invite you to say a few words.
How's everybody? Very good. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather and a little jet lagged. I left my house on Friday and then I arrived here on Sunday. So it was a long journey, but it's very excited to be here. I appreciate all the great Indian hospitality. It's been, it's been great so far. This is my first time in India and I'm super excited to be here. To share with you. So a little bit about, deep neural networks, not from the usual CS perspective, but, more from engineering and applied physics perspective, because those are the areas where, neural networks have a great potential, and that happens to be my area of research. So, this course is designed to be very interactive. So, we're going to do a lot of in-class activities, lots of coding, so that instead of just, understanding neural networks from, theoretical perspective, but also, we have some practical skill sets to play with those. So, so thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to interacting with you all.
We have among us the director, sir, Professor Arjun Singh, and he has always encouraged us to organize such activities, programs, and I would like to invite him to say a few words of encouragement to us.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Professor Stephen Rao from University of Virginia for accepting our invitation to be part of this global initiative network program of Government of India. GIAN gives us threefold strength. The first, that it connects one PI from India to the other part of the country. And ultimately, once the faculty succeeds getting this GIAN program, then the second explains that through this esteemed experts from abroad, our students interacts during their MTech program and PhD program. And the third, and most important, that it strengthens our bilateral program between the two countries. So I'm thankful to Steve for your kind acceptance to visit Jabalpur and particularly to this institute. As our GIAN coordinator already said that couple of GIAN program we organized, but my request to each and individual faculty member, right now we are having 70. So actually, every faculty should have one GIAN course because it gives you strength to bring an eminent expert across the globe to your campus, and subsequently we strengthen. So in that way, I am thankful to Professor Khanna and Professor that because based on statistical mechanics, based on all these things. So by means of this computational power or computational physics, I would say, we go a lot of modeling. We bring millions of data from with the conventional statistical mechanics things to simulate and then compare with the experimental data, how good our model prediction is and all. But you know that sometimes computational physics does not solve
the issues and challenges what we are facing in particle physics. And here is machine learning and deep learning, which resolve some sort of challenging issues what my field as a student I see. So whenever I write a paper on this model simulations, always we go with the research article where I see that they have a conventional method and then they have machine learning trained, predictions and all these things. I try to learn those things. Can I do some sort of this sort of analysis? And that's why when I got this opportunity of this physics aware deep learning, if I would not have the responsibility of heading this institute and this, I would be a student and learning some basic things of deep learning from his team. So I asked one of my lone student what I am here in Jabalpur in this institute that you sit and I will get some sort of knowledge from you, because in coming days to come, we have to do this deep learning based analysis. Once our model predictions through some simulation code, we will be able to run and get the final data. Then we will go for this. So then what I see that this physics based deep learning, we call it PBDL. Professor of physics of Seoul National University. I remember Sun Ki Kim. So I interacted with Professor Kim in Seoul National University, and very first appearance is he was knowing that Singh's surname is very common. So he said to me that Singh is nothing but Kim in Korea. Because if you look at many surnames, you'll find it K, something like that. So I spent 2 months on dark matter experiment near North Korea. I think South Korea border somewhere. There was a undermined, I think deeper to 3,000 kilometers deep into the mindset. And so in that way, I see that Seoul National University has capability of all sort of physics and its applications and all. So just few minutes, I mean, a couple of minutes back, I think I visited Professor Bay's website, and I see very good line that he had mentioned that geometry plays a critical role in science and engineering. And let us quantify the role played by this say through the use of this machine learning and deep learning. So I am very much hopeful that during this deliberation in next 10 days, Professor Stephen would not speak only on the geometry, he will speak on certain physics models, and then ultimately he will connect it to the deep learning. So I think next few days for all of us, it is going to be very excited, and particularly to the students. I'm very much happy that they will learn some sort of application work. So with this word, I will not take much time. And once again, I'm thankful to my esteemed expert from US and South Korea for coming to our campus and delivering under this GIAN network. So on behalf of Government of India also, I would like to thank you for accepting our invitation for this program. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do not need much words to convince that the course is going to be, this course is for us. And so, I would like to, we have come towards the end of this inaugural session. And so my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Beg, who has really took time out of his busy schedule, and he's here. He already told you how, I mean, Friday to Sunday it took. And yesterday when we met, then he was we were talking, and I came to know that he's having many defense projects in his hand, and then coming out from your home for more than 2 weeks, it is, I mean, how difficult we all can understand. So thank you so much for taking all pains to join us. Also like to thank our director sir, who has really, I mean, two people from physics, they are sitting on the dais with the survey, and that is the best opportunity here. Yeah. It's along with the. So,
Just language. Yeah.
I would like to thank our sir for his encouraging words, and I sincerely hope that all of us will feel encouraged, and I also hope that the research scholar who is here, and he will learn, and he is going to produce wonderful results in your research, sir. I'm thankful to my faculty colleagues who have come here to encourage our participants, and of course to us. And I am also thankful to my support staff, and my CC people who are, I mean, for a couple of days, they are always with us, and I'm for next 10 days, like, we are going to trouble them more. So thank you so much for being our strength. And finally, my thanks goes to all the participants who actually made this program successful. And I'm happy to share that. In fact, although we have closed the registrations because we wanted to keep this course in a small group for making it more effective, but today itself, I received 3 requests, and so we have allowed them. So with these words, I hope that we will be having a wonderful stay over here. So thank you so much, and now I would like to invite you all for a cup of tea on the board side.
Oh, okay.